What's good, my people? UFC 285 just wrapped up. It was a pretty good card. It wasn't as action-packed as one might have hoped, but to be honest, the co-main event made up for all of my shortcomings on this card, made up for all of my upsetting moments throughout the night, to be honest. I'm still in shock. That's the first time I've ever called an upset like that, exactly how it happened. Let's just get straight into the prelims. I'm not going to spend too much time going through all of this. We got Lok Radzhabov defeating Esteban Ribovic, Farid Basharat defeating Damon Blackshear, Tabitha Ricci, armbars Jessica Penne. My only real thoughts on these fights is that Loic looked great on short notice. Esteban looks like he's going to be a good prospect to look out for in the lightweight division. He has a fun style. He has really crisp striking. He just needs to add a little bit to his game, put a couple things together, and he's going to be a stud in that division. Next, we got Cameron Simon defeating Mana Martinez. That was a whack fight. Ian Machado Gary, he got clipped in the first round, but put on a fucking beautiful performance overall. So my hats off to him, honestly. He looked great. I can't wait to see him against someone in the top 15 at welterweight, or at least someone close to those rankings. And then Marc-Andre Barrial, nicknamed the Power Bar. They were talking about it all night on broadcast. Yada. He brought it up himself, and he did exactly that. He just broke Julian Marquez down and ended the early prelims off like that. Decent little early prelims, nothing too crazy. And we got Amanda Ribas defeating Viviane Araújo. I really thought this was going to go the opposite way, so that was unfortunate for me. Same with Dricus du Plessis getting another knockout over Derek Brunson. You see the first round, how Derek Brunson looked? That's how I thought he was going to look the whole fight. I don't know why he just randomly looked like shit in the second round. He looked like he was fucking drunk. Whatever, man. Hats off to him. He was retiring. He definitely needs to. Let's just say that. Then Cody Garbrandt finally with another win. Back in the win column, And he looked great in the first two rounds, but he did look a little suspect in the third. But that's okay, man. He's coming off of being clipped a fuck ton of times back to back to back. And then he gets caught there. Obviously his mind's going to revert to that. He still got through it and got a decision win at the end of the day. So I'm going to give him credit for that. A lot of people are saying his stock doesn't rise, but I think it does. You know what? He got a win. Everyone would be shitting on him if he didn't. So that's all I got to say on that. And now to one of my favorite parts of these videos, basically the proving grounds. Out of the 9 prelim bouts, I went 4-5. Not great. No, it's actually the worst I've done all year, and I think honestly my entire career of predicting fights, even before I made YouTube videos. It's upsetting. So I'm sorry, you guys, but I make up for it in the main card, so stick with me. Alright, main card time. We got Bo Nickel taking on Jamie Pickett. Bo Nickel went out there and did what I predicted him to do, what majority of the population predicted him to do. The only thing we didn't predict was that nut shot. As you can see in the picture right here, he's kind of wincing. But yeah, he gets him up against the cage, eventually gets the takedown. He's chasing subs the entire time, finds an arm triangle. He's going for it for a solid minute and a half, and then he eventually gets it and secures his debut. First round finish. Good shit, Bo Nickel, but this is why I didn't call him the prospect of the night. This is why I said it would be Ian Gary. And it actually played out exactly like that on fight night. So that was another little small prediction thing, I guess, scenario that I got right and felt good about watching it live for sure. It made me feel validated in my logic prior. Now, Mateus Gamrot versus Jalen Turner. This fight, I thought actually went to Jalen Turner, to be honest. I thought he won the first 2 rounds off of damage. The first round and the third round off of damage. I think that's what it was. I don't remember which rounds it was exactly, but I just thought it was 2. But either way, it was a good scrap. Mateus looked good. I'm not mad that he's back in the win column because I'm a fan of both. If anything, it was kind of the perfect case scenario for me because I like both of them. I didn't want either of them to lose, but I really did think Jalen Turner was going to wrap that sub. And then Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Jeff Neal in the feature fight of the card. It got fight of the night. Definitely deserved it. It was a hell of a scrap. Jeff Neal was swinging and banging. Looked a little pudgy coming in there, so I don't know if he had troubles in camp or whatnot, but that's for sure a fact of that fight. But, Shavkat ends up getting a finish in the last fucking 15 seconds of the fight with a weird ass. He gets a bulldog choke. Puts his leg over Jeff Neal's, and then he pulls him back with the choke. So it's bending his spine. It was it was sweet to watch, and Jeff Neal slumped in it too, so it was a John Jones choking out Machida moment, and it was definitely Shavkat's like Gilbert Burns versus Hamzat Chimaev fight. You know, like it was that type of moment for him. He really came out as a prospect, and I'm looking forward to seeing him fight somebody in the top 5 for sure. And now to my personal favorite moment of the card, which will live on in history in my head forever, because it's the first time I've predicted an underdog pick like this. Alexa Grasso ends the reign of Valentina Shevchenko, the fucking dominant queen of the UFC, dominant queen of the flyweight division, basically the queen of women's MMA in my opinion. I think that she's better than Amanda Nunes by far, and the shit she's done trumps what Amanda Nunes has done. But that being said, Alexa Grasso, I just felt in my loins like she had the it factor to get it done. And she did. She was piecing her up on the feet a little bit. It was a really competitive fight. I would say it was leaning towards Valentina, especially like towards the end. But then off of a whiffed turning back kick, kind of like a Chris Weidman versus Luke Rockhold moment, whiffs his kick and then it ends the fight because that's what happened. She whiffed the kick. Alexa Grasso took the back with it, and then got the choke, rear naked. And that's exactly how I called it in my prediction videos. I said that she was going to be losing the fight towards the end, and she was going to get a rear naked choke by the grace of God. I still can't believe I called it like that. Then, of course, we have the main event, and, you know, there's a little bit to talk about here, but not much. And you're probably surprised hearing that, considering the magnitude of this event and how it was marketed, but Jon Jones just made easy work of Cyril Gane. That's just it's as simple as that, and I predicted it like that. I don't know how people like the MMA Guru and certain other analysts out there didn't call it like that. It kind of baffles me, honestly. And I'm not even trying to rag on Guru, because I know he has that whole main event curse going on right now. I'm really not gonna kick a man while he's down. You know, usually Guru is pretty correct. I think he has like a 70% prediction rate. But man, like, how did people not see this coming? Like, Cyril Gane got out-wrestled by fucking Francis with bad knees. And then Jon Jones comes out there and it just obliterates him. Gets him down up against the cage. Pushes him with like a mounted guillotine up against the cage within a couple minutes. And he is 1,000% the GOAT now. They even changed his ranking in the pound for pound to number 1 on Tuesday when the rankings came out. So no more debate. If you guys fuck with the content, give me a sub, give me a like, give me anything, man. I'll take anything. And I'll be honest, I know this video is coming out late. I don't know what the fuck. It's either been something with my Wi-Fi or with my YouTube app. I've been trying to put this out for a good couple of days now. It just has not been working. So I decided to edit it up a little bit and make it a little bit better in the meantime. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later.